What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. So today we are going to go over a few things related to Pokemon and some of the crazy things going on right now in this world, especially the United States. So Pokemon is a kid's game that we all know, we all love. Well, most of us love, and it's also a game. It's not so much a game, but it is a game, but it's also a hobby that people use to collect cards. You know what I mean? And some of these cards are worth a lot of money. So we're going to go over a few things. Late, right now there's a thing saying Pokemon vending machines may be on the way out. Reason being is one, scalpers are assholes and they like to just suck up all the cards so none of the kids can get any. They'll stand at a vending machine when it's being loaded and they'll go ahead and they'll max their credit cards out and they'll buy every fucking thing in there. Doesn't matter if there's little kids waiting behind them or not. And it is absurd and it is also disgusting. Okay, children should get priority. Okay, it is a children's game. Yes, adults play it, I play it, but at the same time, if I see a child waiting, I'm gonna let him get it before me. Okay, that's just how it is. I have an 8-year-old son. I'd give him the cards before I would take them. If I seen another child, I would give them the cards before I would take them. Okay, but we're gonna read this story. Pokemon vending machines may be on the way out. Pokemon trading card kiosks introduced as an alternative as crowded retail releases are being gradually removed from select locations, according to a report in the gaming publication Polygon. The Pokemon Company said the move is intended to improve inventory consistency, reduce regional shortages, and create a more reliable purchasing experience. While the company has not announced a full shutdown of the machines, the phase removal has led many fans to believe the kiosk experiment is being scaled back significantly. Now, what they are saying right there is yes, they're saying that they're backing them out just because it's supposed to help with consistency and it's going to help them build up product in other places so people can get it. Really, I think it's due to all the crime. I mean, it's not hard to go on YouTube and just type in, "Hey, Pokemon kiosk fist fight" or whatever, and there's plenty of videos watching it. It's quite hilarious. But the kiosks were designed to curb reseller activity by limiting purchases, discouraging loitering, and releasing stock in controlled intervals. In practice, however, those safeguards proved ineffective. High resale values with some cards exceeding $1,000 fueled aggressive behavior, including overnight camping, attempts to bypass purchase limits, and even confrontations at machines. Fights. Reports of theft, particularly involving children, and frequent disputes highlighted how quickly demand overwhelmed the system. And that's what I'm talking about, man. There's some videos out there where like the scalpers will go in and they'll buy as much as they can, and then finally they realize, oh shit, my card won't let me buy no more. Let me go out and do find somebody that I know to come buy more, and they'll literally have someone stand in front of the machine so no one else can buy it. It's bullshit. There's a video out there of this white guy doing it, and he's a fucking idiot, man. Like some people like that just need to be slapped across the face. Um, but yeah, it's disgusting. Negative consumer experience and safety concerns appear to have accelerated the pullback, with some retail locations opting to remove kiosks altogether. Although the company has not directly cited reseller activity as the reason, widespread online criticism and in store incidents have damaged the concept's viability. For everyday collectors, the rollback may reduce access to cards, leaving them increasingly dependent on traditional retail channels that remain vulnerable to the same release driven pressures. Now, I have been one of them people to go to a release, okay? I went to Target with my son and we waited in line. We got there at I think 5:45 in the morning. They didn't open until 7. And by the time we got there, okay, and this is on a school day, mind you. By the time we got there was probably about 30 people in front of us. And this was the same day that I think it was Perfect Order and um the One Piece set was coming out. So we went ahead and we waited, and there was no problems. But the thing was, Target was really smart about it. They said, "Here's the deal: when you come through the line, this is what you get. You are not coming back through. Okay, you're gonna wait. If you have come through and gotten one thing, you cannot come through and get another thing." So a lot of people had to depend on their friends or whatever to show up that early in the morning, and then buy cards and everything. So, and like Target was pretty good about them being like, no, you cannot buy. Like there was one guy there saying like, listen, can I get like 50 of those, 50 of those, and they were like, no, you get one, 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 and one. Okay, like that's how it should be. I mean, quit. You shouldn't be an asshole and try and take everything. So, and this leads to the next thing I want to talk about is the Pokemon cards. Like this, the crime that is happening due to Pokemon cards is insane, and it's not just in the United States; it's all over the world. So, like this article, this is from Law Enforcement Today. Oh yeah, before I do anything, so this is from Vending Times. Okay, this first story I read. The second story I'm going to read is from Law Enforcement Today. Pokemon cards spark global crime waves as values skyrocket. Recent reports claim that Pokemon trading card game has sparked an international crime spree. Now that some of the cards are being valued at thousands of dollars, serving an easy target for would-be thieves. When it comes to readily attainable card or excuse me, when it comes to readily attainable collectibles soaring in value, two types of personalities are all but guaranteed to crop up amid the phenomenon. Opportunists and thieves. Whether it was the Beanie Baby craze, which of the 90s, if you do not know about the Beanie Baby craze of the 90s, if you weren't born then, trust me, it was insane. I promise you. Even when McDonald's came out with the small little mini Beanie Babies, it was almost impossible to go in there, buy a Happy Meal, and get a Beanie Baby. Okay? Or the Cabbage Patch Kids the decade prior. That was an insane one, too. Like, people were fist fighting over those things in the store. The formula is strikingly similar. As previously reported in the Law Enforcement Today, Pokemon cards have been garnering not so favorable attention as of late. They're not from the product itself, but rather from the conduct stemming from those looking to obtain these collectible cards. While the brawls that broke out in front of the retail establishment over line disputes made up most of the controversy in the past year, now retailers are feeling the pinch over high value cards being targeted in smash and grab style robberies. The smash and grab robberies, I will tell you this. So, a lot of these big cities, especially over in like LA, Oakland, New York City, Maryland, like these smash and grabs are getting insane, man. Like these people are coming up with ways to get into the building, and we're talking about like maybe 2, 3 minute smash and grabs. They are literally driving through the front, getting out, busting, unloading just shelves full of cards, and then just dipping out. And what's crazy is these cards you can't trace them really. I mean, like it's not like there's a specific serial number on these cards. And it's a lot of it's just getting out of control, man. Like, and a lot of fakes too. I made a video the other day about being ripped off, and it was insane, and it was disgusting because the video that I made, I'd won the pack, I won the card. The person sends me the card, assures me everything's legit. I get the card, it's not legit. I confront him, and he tries to turn it around and say, "Oh no, I'm trying to rip him off." I try to get a hold of Whatnot. Whatnot tells me that I have to mail the card that he sent me back, and I'm like, he's gonna tell you that I'm ripping him off when he ripped me off. And basically, the only thing that they could tell me is, hey, we can refund you what you spent on the pack that was open, but we can't refund you the card. It's just like it was $130 some card. You know what I mean? That's why I made that video. Whatnot is such a scam, man. Like, and what's unbelievable was that was my I think it was my second time using Whatnot. My first time, I just got on there. I just kind of checked it out, tried to look for a good person, and I was wrong. The person that I found was a fucking asshole. I'm not gonna put their name out there just because of the fact that everything that's still going on at the moment, but it's bullshit. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, here we go. These sort of robberies aren't isolated. According to the report from CNN, which cited cases spanning from New York City to Nottingham, England, throughout 2026, where an estimated $500,000 in cards have been stolen in various robberies. Paul Walker, rest in peace. That's the Fast and Furious guy. Not this guy, though. Paul Walker, a police sergeant out of Abbotsford, British Columbia, is actively investigating a card theft that occurred this past March, where an estimated $25,000 in cards were stolen alongside $10,000 in damage to the establishment during the robbery. Sergeant Walker said on the topical matter, targeting card stores for these cards is kind of popping up. It's a concern when we start to see a trend in something like this. Nick Jarman, CEO of the Certified Trading Card Association, isn't surprised that would-be thieves are turning their attention to Pokemon cards, saying the robbers can take a handful of cards, which can represent thousands or tens of thousands of dollars, and literally fit it right in their pocket. The resale is extremely fast and it's high liquidity. And you know, it's insane because that book bag right there, thousands of dollars is in that book bag. Okay, I have 3 binders in there. I have literally a down payment on a house right there. Okay, and it's insane. Like that. Look how small that is. It blows my mind. Okay. Um. It's not only the card shops that are being targeted for these robberies, as individual collectors have seen their homes burglarized for the expensive cardboard collections. A content creator on YouTube, PokeDean, whose videos focus on Pokemon cards, came back to his home after traveling this past February to see his home ransacked and robbed of his entire Pokemon card collection. That's insane, man. With this 30th anniversary of the Pokemon franchise this year, card values have reportedly shot up over 145% in the past 12 months alone, with Jarman explaining that the multi-generational demand isn't showing any signs of slowing down. And while the appeal of a big payday for stealing printed cardboard is obviously enticing to the criminally minded, the penalties for doing so, if caught, are just as serious as the dollar amounts these collectibles command. Which is true. Like, dude, if you're gonna steal something, okay, they think, oh, it's just a card. What? How much trouble can I really get in trouble for? It's like, dude, they're gonna look at the value of it. They're gonna, I mean, you, you're not just taking a card, especially if you're doing a smash and grab. You're getting burglary. You're getting criminal trespass. You're getting theft by unlawful taking. You're getting theft by deception. Um, you're gonna be paying fines, costs, restitution, court fees. I mean, then not only that, they're gonna look up the amount of the cards, and you're gonna be paying all that in restitution. It's insane. And let me show you guys something. Like just in this one binder alone, okay. Where is it? So I've been collecting cards since I was a kid. So I have a bunch of Charizards, as you can see. My little one is obsessed with Charizards. But where are they at? Wait, I think it was on the first page. Oh no, it's not on the first page. So that card right there is, I think it's about like $800. That Japanese one's about $500. Um, that's $1,000. Okay, so this is first edition Shadowless Charizard. Okay, graded. It could be about 6 grand. No, there's another one. About 6 grand. That's base set 2. Okay, I think that's a few $100. Like, I mean, we have a bunch. I mean, it's just insane the amount of like money that goes in these cards, and that's just three. That's 3 or 4 cards right there. And then in this binder, oh my goodness, it's all SIRs and just full arts. I mean, it gets insane when you start pulling these cards. And then you got to remember, those cards are ungraded and they're thousands of dollars. Once you start getting into grading and you start getting uh like 8, 9, and 10 graded cards, like I mean, the price just jumps completely. Like right now, I have a Team Rockets Mewtwo EX. The card ungraded in near mint condition is about $550 if I sell it on just like that. If I get it graded, it's about like I think between 1,200 and 2 grand, depending what the grade is. Okay, that first edition base set uh, Charizard, like I said, I get that graded. I could sell that right now for a good amount of money. But if I get it graded, I could sell it for like 6 to 8 grand, depending where I'm selling it. Okay, it's all based on the condition. I mean, and now some of these new cards coming out, I mean, you pull one and it's just like damn, like how much is that? Like my son the other day, he pulled 2 of the same card and it was not Mewtwo, it was Meowth EX, but they were full arts, and come to find out they're $100 cards, you know. And the money gets up there, and it's just like, you start to realize like, wow, like hey, I'm starting to have a lot of money, like. But let's continue. This past February, wait, did I read this? Oh yeah, and while the appeal of a big payday for stealing printed cardboard is obviously enticing the criminally minded, the penalties for doing so have called so serious as the dollar amount these collectibles command. This past February, Florida Attorney General James Utmeyer announced the arrest of a 39-year-old Keith Wallace following an alleged retail theft scheme involving thousands of dollars worth of Pokemon cards shoplifted from the various Target store locations across the state. While Wallace was alleged to have pocketed approximately $40,000 from his alleged exploits of trafficking in stolen cars, he's now also facing 90 years in prison if convicted. And Florida don't play around, you know? And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, these cards are ridiculous, man. And it's like I have this Charizard right here, okay? I have Machamp, I have this card right here, it's in there. I have this Charizard. That's the base set Charizard. It might be base set too, I'm not sure. I have this Charizard, so I have a lot of these Charizards. I have this card. Actually, I have a lot of these cards. But anyway, yeah, and this was the 30th anniversary. I bought this. I bought one of these. I haven't opened it yet. I was thinking about holding it for a while. I already opened this. Already opened this. But that's what I'm saying. Like this, and like people are buying these and going online and reselling them for like 25% more what they're worth. Okay, and it's like I went and bought the One Piece set, the volume 15, I think. And when I paid what I paid for, it was $25 from Target when it first came out. When you go online and look, right now people are selling it for like 75, $80 for just that set that I bought. And it's ridiculous. Like there's magic cards out there that are doing the same, like any type of cards you can think of, they're all doing the same thing. But Pokemon just seems to be a really big problem. And now that we're talking about this type of stuff going on, let's get into the scarier stuff going on, okay? Because in this story, a man tries to lure children with Pokemon Go app, okay? And this is disgusting, okay? This is from West.com, but it's a news thing, West 2. Man tries to lure children using Pokemon Go app. Alamonte Springs, Florida. Alamonte Springs police want to find a man making a disturbing offer to children. This man is driving around telling kids he has a Pokemon in his car, but they have to get in to catch it. The encounters are reported in the Hidden Springs condominiums of Jamestown Boulevard. West 2 News spoke to some of the children in the neighborhood. I was very I was very shocked and freaked out, said Trinity Davis, 12 years old. Authorities said a man drove up to a group of kids on Wednesday, rolled the window down, and asked them if they played Pokemon Go. And if they did, he said he had one in his car and they should hop in. I'm like, no, I'm not interested in that. He just went like, and his face just dropped. And I thought, oh no, what's going to happen next? Davis said. He didn't look like he was playing around. He looked serious, like, come on, get in my car. Davis said the car was a dark blue Toyota Prius and that the man behind the wheel drove off after a woman who was driving by stopped and stared. He looks over at her and says, "Oh no, I think she's one of their parents," and he drives off, Davis said. West 2 News asked Davis if she is glad that another adult was being vigilant and stopped. Yeah, if she hadn't stopped, I don't know what could have happened. He could have gotten out and tried to grab us, Davis said. That's awesome because I would have done the same thing, said Kathy Gibson, who lives nearby. Gibson said she is glad that the kids did not accept the man's offer to go inside the car. See, that I'll finish this and then I'll comment on it. That's another app that all the kids are crazy for. It's like luring with a puppy. It really, it's really thought, it's really thought this neighborhood was very safe. I still do. I really thought this neighborhood was really safe. I still do. But you know, it can happen anywhere. It's just very scary, Gibson said. If I was little and didn't know better, I probably would have gotten in the car, which worries me because what if he targets little kids, Davis said. Okay, now look, that was a 12-year-old that this guy drove up to. That's pretty brazen. I mean, now she's right. Like, what if he does drive up to a kid who's younger, 5, 4? Yeah, you know, some of these parents nowadays aren't that responsible. They just kind of let their kids run around in the yard, you know, stuff like that. And it only takes one fucking second, and that's the scariest part. Is someone is going to use something like this to grab an innocent child, and you know that blows my mind. Like people like that, they don't need to go to prison. They need to go behind the prison to where they hold the wood chipper, and they need to go in feet first, and it needs to be on slow, okay? And they need to figure out how they can make it last as long as possible, okay? Because that's people who do that do not deserve to live, okay? They like if you were trying to hurt a child, you do not deserve to live and breathe the same air that I breathe, okay? Now, the reason I'm making this video is because, you know, this is true. Like where I live, it's getting out of hand. We've had a lot of thefts. Like I said, I just got ripped off the other day. There's been a few incidents in a Walmart where there was one incident where I seen a lady who was with her son, and a guy grabbed a bunch of cards, and I grabbed one out of his cart, and I said, no, it's not going to happen. And he kept following me, and I basically gave him to the lady and said, hey, you go pay for this. He thinks I still have them, and they kept following me, and it was just a fucked up incident. And I let them follow me to the sporting goods section because they didn't realize I was going to grab a bat. But anyway, long story short, it didn't end in anything. It just kind of blew off. But that's the thing, is when these guys fill up their carts, they didn't pay for that shit yet. So if you want something, you take it out, because guess what? If you fill up your cart with a bunch of shit, they're going to take the shit out of your cart, and they expect you not to doing anything. But when you stand your ground, that's how you put your foot down. You let them know, like, I'm not one to fuck around with. Okay, so like, yes, this is a kids game, and it's an addiction to people now, and that's the problem. Is these people that are these scalpers and stuff, they are like, maybe they are using drugs, but this is another drug to them. And like, opening packs is addictive, okay? Because you don't know what you're going to get. It's gambling. That's literally all it is. It is gambling. You are paying for something, you're expecting, you are hoping you're going to get something good, but you might not get nothing at all, okay? I mean, you might spend $6 on a pack, and the cards you get might only be worth about 50 cents. But you might spend $6 on a pack and be like, well, my son, and get a $550 card. You know what I mean? You never know. But what do you guys think? If you guys agree with me about this, or let me know what you guys think about any of these stories. Please leave a like. Please leave a comment. Please subscribe if you can. And tell me if you guys like the video, and I'll try and make some more. So remember, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So take that first step, and you don't have to take it alone. You can take it with whoever you want. And yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Peace.